Hey, Lifer Nation! Welcome to our home, Casa de Herron. Jonathan and Amber with your year-end Life Church wrap-up. And we are so thrilled to be with you for a couple minutes together. Isn't this kind of fun?
Yeah, it's always great to just reflect on everything that's happened over the last year and get excited for what's to come. So I love, getting to do this together.
Man, it feels like 2021 just kind of flew by.
It really does. It went by very fast, yes.
With the snail's pace that 2020 was, this year was like jumping into the flying DeLorean, and it just took off. And we thought we'd start by just kind of remembering all the cool things that happened at Life Church this past year, the way that God has been moving in people's lives. When I think of this past year, I think of fun times like the Easter egg helicopter drop. You were there.
Oh yeah, it's always a highlight for our family. Our kids love it. Our oldest now loves to serve there. Our younger ones, I kid you not, I think once a week they ask me about when Easter's going to come and the helicopter's coming. So it's just something that's normal, and I love that getting together with our community and dropping eggs out of a helicopter is something that my kids consider just a normal thing that's inevitable for them. So.
What was really, really funny, I thought this year, was we used a new helicopter company. And they were great to work with. Don't get me wrong. But the chopper was a little late arriving. And so I think the first egg drop for the first age group was like at 2:30. And there's like hundreds and hundreds of families and kids patiently waiting. We want the chopper. And I have a walkie with the volunteers, and I've got volunteers going, "Where's the chopper? Where is it?" I'm like, "I don't know." But they did eventually arrive, and they did a fantastic job. As did our lifers, our volunteers. It seems like every year that we do the Easter egg helicopter drop, not only are we doing tons of fun outreach to local households and families, but we always see a new crop of volunteers emerge within the church. And I don't know, the egg drop is kind of just become, for a lot of people, their first time serving at Life Church.
Yeah, it's an all hands on deck kind of event. And it's a really easy entry point to start serving, have fun, get over, any of the anxiety or fears you might have about stepping out of your comfort zone a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then you're ready to go right after. So it's fun. It was fun for our family too, because, we were able to connect with some of our neighbors actually that just live around the corner and talk with them, and they're friends with some of our kids, and they were very excited that we were still doing such a great event for families in the midst of some uncertain times. So I know that it meant a lot to them and spoke to them, and we're still in the midst of all the craziness that's gone on this year. We're still reaching out to people who are unchurched, so it's exciting.
And speaking of which, we took a huge step of faith this year by specifically reaching out to the greater Midland community by connecting with the Great Lakes Loons. Everybody loves baseball and live music and Life Church. So we hosted 3 faith and family nights at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. Had no idea what to expect. 3,000 people piling into the stadium each time we did it. And our band, man, they just nailed it.
Yeah.
They were doing cover songs of like 80s hits. A little bit of Bryan Adams, "Everything I do, I do it for you."
I don't think they did that.
No, they didn't do that.
It was more upbeat than that. But I actually never been to a Loons game. I know, shocking, right? And I hadn't had that pleasure. And so I was shocked. I didn't realize how much of our greater community, not just Midland, but Saginaw Bay City, comes out to these games and these events, and just how family friendly it was. It was so fun to have my kids playing on that awesome playground there, and hearing our band just do an amazing, high quality job, and seeing people all around from within the community just enjoying what our band had to offer, and just kind of makes that idea of church a little bit more familiar, and like, oh well, I could go to a church that sings an 80s cover song, that we don't take ourselves too seriously, and it kind of breaks down some of those barriers that I think a lot of people who are either unchurched or who have stepped away from church for a while might have. So I thought we had so much fun. Our kids loved it. So many people were there. It was just, I think, 100% success to be able to serve our community.
Oh yeah, it was really cool at the third Faith and Family Night at Dow Ball Diamond. We brought all the students from our 707 student ministries, and we had these flyers to hand out, faith is a journey, not a guilt trip, that kind of thing, inviting people to Life Church while the band was playing over the loudspeakers. And these middle schoolers and high schoolers, we thought we were going to have to really push them to go out there and take a step of faith. Dude, they huddled up on their own, and they said, okay, you two go there, you two go there. I thought I was watching Jesus send out the disciples two by two.
That sounds like something familiar in the Bible.
It was astonishing to see these young people come alive with their faith. And they were walking up to strangers and being like, hey, we're from Life Church. Have a great night tonight. Check this out. I mean, it was unbelievable. That was fun. We're going to do it again next year, by the way. We've already talked to the Loons. They love us. We love them. It's a love fest. And it helps us to continue building bridges of trust with Midland, with Saginaw, with Bay City. And that's what the game's all about.
Yep, it was exciting for sure.
That was fun. And also, what else did we do this year? We were
at Johnson's Pumpkin Fire.
That's right.
Yeah.
Did you know that one of our longtime lifers who has faithfully attended and helps run the soundboard on Sunday mornings, did you know that this guy, Mr. Michael, oversees the whole Johnson's Pumpkin Festival every year? I had no idea.
Me either.
That guy's got the hookup. And it was so nice for him to invite our band to come out for a couple of Saturdays. And again, doing acoustic covers of 80s pop songs made everybody kind of stop and go, wait, they're with a church, but they actually sound good.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
It was, yeah. And again, people from all over this whole region are familiar with that place and enjoy going there with their families. So it was just a great way to just have some exposure and get our name out there to the community. So.
And it's funny because in the summer, you would think things slow down. You go on vacation, you go up north. But I felt like August in particular, those dog days of August when it's hot and sweaty, we were busy doing outreach at Life Church. We were at the National Night Out supporting our local law enforcement from Frankenmuth and Saginaw Township, and that was tremendous.
Yes.
We were doing all these kids games and connecting with people in the community. That was really a blast. You came out with the kids at night, didn't you?
Yep. And I love these events that we were able to serve our community this year, because it's places and things where people are already going. So we're meeting people where they're at, not expecting them to come to us. We're going to where we know they're going to be, what's comfortable and familiar and safe for them, and just meeting them right there. And I love that. Yeah,
that was a blast. As was the return of Best Week Ever. It's our annual student ministry summer camp that we put on, and this year we had a lot of fun making lots of big messes. We had our annual color war where we throw the colors and they fly in the air.
And that's always a blast.
Yeah, we had a lot of stinky, smelly junior high boys running around. It was really neat. The volunteers, the parents, everybody came together and pulled off a really, really neat event.
Yeah.
And then we got to celebrate lots of baptisms.
Yes.
We got baptisms outside, baptisms inside.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think you've pretty much probably always said, and I tend to agree that, you know, a real good barometer for the health of your church is, you know, are you seeing people meet Jesus? Are you seeing people's lives change? Are you seeing people go public with their faith through baptism? And I'm just astounded at the number of people that we had come forward and make that commitment this year, and then show it through baptism. I mean, that's when you're getting skin in the game. You're showing you're serious. If you're willing to go up in front of your whole community and declare your faith, and be humbled by something like baptism, that's when it gets serious. That's where the rubber meets the road. And I absolutely love those Sundays. It's exciting to me to just see the life change that continues to happen through our church and the way God is using us. So yes, very exciting to see so many step forward and meet Jesus and then go public with their faith this year.
Yeah, in 2021, in the midst of the pandemic and the craziness, we saw 30 baptisms at Life Church, which is just astonishing. We already had people, after last week's baptisms, I had 3 or 4 different people say, when are you going to do baptisms again? I want to do it. So we just opened up registrations on our website, lifechurchmichigan.com, to register for baptisms at the end of January.
Awesome.
Isn't that exciting?
It is very exciting. Start the year off right. Get baptized. If you're watching this and you're thinking about it and you haven't taken the plunge yet, maybe this is your sign right now. Get registered. Go to the website. Do it right now.
And in addition to all these outreach events and the worship and the teaching on Sundays at Life Kids, 707, we also have a role that Life Church plays in helping fund starting up new churches in the hardest to reach areas of the world. We have a long partnership with the Timothy Initiative. You like the Timothy Initiative.
Oh yeah, love it.
Timothy Initiative is probably the most effective global church planting movement in the world that you've never heard of.
Right.
Because they take all the resources and funding that churches send their way and they put it right onto the field. They don't waste money with ridiculous overhead costs and flashy things. They are boots on the ground. We're starting churches from scratch to reach indigenous people in their culture, in their language. And so we've had the privilege at Life Church of partnering with Timothy Initiative in starting churches in India, into Nepal, and it's been really a neat journey. So I didn't tell you this yet, but I got a text message today from the president of the Timothy Initiative, Dr. David Nelms, who's been a guest speaker at Life Church in the past.
Amazing guy.
Super humble.
Love him.
Man,
yeah.
He just oozes love.
Yes, he does.
And he texted because he wanted to share with us what Life Church's contributions financially this year have meant to Timothy Initiative. Mm-hmm. So when you give to Life Church, you really give through Life Church. We give 10% of everything that comes in, we give it away. And part of that goes to Timothy Initiative. So we tithe on your tithes. And today, Dr. Nelms texted me and said, because of your generosity, Life Church, this year, our church is responsible for starting 17 new churches in India, in Nepal, right in that 1040 window where it's illegal to be a Christian.
And they were, there's a lot of poverty there, and I know that just from some of the updates I've read from the Timothy Initiative that this pandemic hit them very, very hard. Mm-hmm. And so that's so exciting to hear that we were able to be a part of 17 new churches, and we're not talking like people who, like, they can choose which church they go to and this and that. It's like, these are people who, they legit have never heard about Jesus. When you ask them, do you know Jesus? They say, no one named Jesus lives here. You must be in the wrong town or the wrong village. Like, that is how lost and dark this area of the world is. And I agree with you. I think the Timothy Initiative is probably the organization that is making the greatest impact in reaching the unreached people groups in the world. And I'm honored and humbled to be part of it, both as a church and through our family personally.
Yeah. So when you give to Life Church, 10%, of everything that you give to Life Church is going outside of our walls to impact people for the gospel. And when we talk about starting churches, over on the other side of the world, it's not like here in America where there's a church on every corner. When the Timothy Initiative and Life Church partnered together to start a church from scratch in India, that may be the only church within 100 miles. So these are frontier pioneering works, and your generosity helps fuel that mission forward. It's unbelievable. Mm-hmm. So that's 2021 in a nutshell. Am I missing anything? I mean, we did lots of really cool times of worship. Yeah. We had Rod Pritchett come.
Yes, that's always great.
From Alabama. We flew him up. That was fun. My dog just ran by. We're filming this at our house, and the
He's
little wiener
celebrating too.
It's like, new churches. We
were able to partner with a local organization and hand out Thanksgiving meals again.
That's
so
right.
Always great.
We provided 15 full Thanksgiving meals.
There's so many people who they really need that right now.
And then the cool thing is, the following Sunday, one of those families that we were able to bless with a Thanksgiving meal came to Life Church, and they filled out their connection card and wrote this really amazing thank you. And then they attached a $2 bill to it, which was just, it was really touching. So you are making a difference in so many ways by being part of Life Church. And we're having fun along the way. Yeah. Learning about God's love through series like Squid Games. That was fun. Now we're getting ready to turn the page to go into 2022. And we have a clean slate again.
Yeah, I love this time of year because there's so much, for me, I just think there's so much hope and excitement when you think about the potential of starting with a clean slate in a new year. We don't know what's going to happen. We really don't know what's going to happen anymore, right? And you just never know how God's going to move and what he's going to do and how we're going to get to partner with him and be a part of it all. And I just absolutely love thinking with excitement to what's to come, because I truly believe it's just going to get better and better, and the best really is yet to come. Even, in the last couple of years where it's been hard for a lot of you, and in some ways as a church it's been hard, God blesses us, and he, the best sometimes comes out of those hard seasons. And so I am looking forward to 2022 with excitement, and there's so many possibilities, and I think we're just really set up to make a huge impact in the coming year.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It all starts next Sunday, January 2nd, 11 a.m. We're kicking off the first new series of the new year. And are you sitting down and you're ready?
I'm not sitting down, but I'm ready.
We're calling our new series, Make Heaven Crowded. We are going to get you fired up. It's going to be like Red Bull in your veins, talking about let's get heaven crowded, let's empty out hell, and let's talk about what it looks like to not just go to church, but to be the church. And if I could share a verse, my handy Bible, Galatians chapter 2, verse 20 is going to be the theme verse. that we're going to be talking about making heaven crowded. Galatians 2, verse 20. I'm getting to that age now where I almost need the reader glasses.
Uh-oh.
You know? So I'm looking at this and I'm going, I can't read this.
That is pretty small print to...
It is. This is like itty-bitty tiny print right here. Well, the pastor needs some glasses. It says that my old identity has been crucified with Christ and no longer lives. For the nails of his cross crucified me with him. And now my life is no longer mine, but it is in Christ. And so part of this 5-week journey, this January, making heaven crowded, we're going to also do the inward journey and say, hey, how can we dig down deeper as disciples? And what does that look like for us as a church family to really root ourselves in Christ and then to spread out our branches? I just did some jazz hands like that.
Sorry, could you say that again?
Oh,
I'm having trouble hearing you.
stop Siri. Stop Siri. Siri's talking to me. Apparently, if I move around too much, the AI is coming alive. I've seen the Terminator movies. I know what happens. What was I saying? You don't want to miss the series. It's going to be a game changer. It's a huge deal. We are revamping our entire strategy as a church. Same vision. Let's reach people who would never darken a church door. But how we do that is going to be 100 times bigger, better, stronger, robust. Throw in your favorite adjective. So, Make Heaven Crowded starts next Sunday. I think we've got a promo reel. You want to see the promo?
Yeah, let's do it.
Roll that tape. Whoa!
This is exciting tape.
She can't actually see what you just saw. But it was amazing. I'm telling you.
I'm sure it was.
It was pretty cool. It was like, get you fired up. So, make
Let's
plans.
do it.
Yeah, get your neighbors, get your friends, text some people, tell them to come sit with you. You know, mask up, mask down, whatever you got to do. Sunday, 11 a.m., Make Heaven Crowded. It's going to be great. So, any last words before we let people get back to drinking eggnog and sipping hot cocoa?
It's just always such an honor and a privilege for us to serve our church community and our local community. And truly, you guys are all such a blessing to our family. And I'm just so thankful to have you partner with us in this journey as we are striving to make heaven crowded. And if you've been sitting on the sidelines, now's the time to get in the game. I mean, you have a choice before you. You can sit back and be comfortable and be a spectator, or you can jump in and be a part of the excitement and be a part of making that difference in our region and beyond. And I'm telling you, you won't regret it. So if that's you and you're thinking it over and you're on the sidelines, it's time to get in the game, because we need everybody to make a difference, because there's a lot of people who are struggling to find hope with everything that we've been through in the recent year and a half or so. And we have that hope to offer. So let's do it together. The more people who are involved, the greater impact we can make, the more exponential it becomes, as our reach becomes more exponential, and the faster we're able to reach more and more people as they're struggling to find hope and healing in darkness right now.
Yeah, God gives the vision. We choose the speed. And today, literally, I had a conversation with a 22-year-old, freshly married, just graduated from college, grew up in Port Huron, and her husband's new job moved them to Saginaw.
Wow.
And they, come from a more Catholic background. Mm-hmm. So, when she went online and was checking out churches, she said the second church that showed up in the Google results was Life Church.
Awesome.
And so they came, and at first her husband was a little like,
knock their socks off.
It's dark in here. There's a band. But by the end of it, they were loving the music and they liked laughing. And so she was asking how to get involved. which is amazing. Yep. And so if that's you, go to lifechurchmichigan.com and click on Get Involved. There's tons of ways to put your talents to God's use. And I think the best way to bring this in for a landing is to share with you one more time an amazing video by a certain cinematographer. I got Levi to come by the church.
Oh, yeah.
And he helped me film, this next segment, and everybody that's seen it loves it. So this is the last time we can show it because it's kind of Christmas centered.
Right.
But I hope you enjoy this. Thanks to Amber for doing this with me. Yay! And remember that in Christ, the best is yet to come.
We love you. Happy New Year.
There, see, that's the camera. Say hi.
Hi.
Hey, everybody. This is my 4-year-old Levi. Levi, can you tell everybody hi?
Hi.
There, we had to get our hand out of our pocket, huh? Levi, what's coming up? Is it going to be Christmas?
Yeah.
What happened at Christmas?
It was snowing.
It was snowing, that's right. And what did God do at Christmas?
He died on the cross.
He died on the cross at Christmas? This is my 3-year-old little Alicia, the punky princess. You want to say hi? Tell everybody what is coming soon. Snow.
Christmas.
Christmas, that's right.
Yeah.
And what happens at Christmas?
It was snowing.
It's snowing, and what else?
God died on the cross.
God died on a cross. Well, that's Easter, honey. That's Easter. This is Christmas. Do you know who came at Christmas? Santa. And who else came at Christmas? Jesus. Jesus, baby Jesus was born. Did God give us his son?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's on your shirt?
Elsa.
That's Elsa. What does Elsa sing?
We go.
Let it go.
Then Elsa sings in his castle.
That's right.
Anna sings first time forever.
Anna sings First Time in Forever, and Elsa's in her castle. And now is the time in the worship experience where we get to share our gifts with God. We get to give of our tithes and offerings.
Yay.
Yay! That's right. So if you're brand new here, please leave your wallet in your pocket. We're not after your money. We're after your connection card, so you can drop off your blue connection card in the front lobby on the way out to receive a free gift. A swag bag!
Yeah!
Yay! And everybody else, you want to share your gift with Life Church, so go to lifechurchgive.com. Everybody else, we can share our gift at lifechurchgive.com or on the Venmo app. You just tap on Venmo and go to Life Church Michigan, and you can share your tax-deductible year-end gift with Life Church. Or you can give in the basket if you're here on site. Yes. Can you say Life Church? Yay!
Video games.
Yeah, you can play video games if you want. That's fine.
Can I do video games?
You want to do video games? Okay, can you say bye-bye, everybody?
What's the video games?
They're over there, but can you say thank you?
Thank you, guys.